Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing my July TBR video. I honestly can't believe that it's already July. It feels like I was just doing my June TBR video, and I think it's because June has just been like an insane whirlwind of a month. As you guys know, Andrew and I moved right at the end of the first week of May, and we have just been going nonstop since we moved. We've been seeing plays, seeing movies, going to Central Park, like everything has been so amazing living where we live, and I know that we're both so grateful and so thankful and just so happy to be where we are now. It's like drastically improved our quality of life, and because of that I didn't really read a ton in June. I think I was kind of like a little bit in a reading slump because I was just so excited to be like able to do things and see friends and everything, so I just like scheduled all the things. Like there was barely a day where I wasn't doing something in June. Today is June 30th and it's the first day that I'm like at my apartment not doing anything except for filming. So that's also why I have like some delayed videos, because it's been a while since I have filmed. So sorry about that. I have been getting back into reading because of a couple of reasons, and I'm going to show you what I'm planning on reading in July. So the first book that I'm currently reading is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. I started this book this morning. It's the sequel to Caraval. It's now the middle book. Caraval turned into a trilogy, so we're also going to get a third book, which is going to be called Finale. This one follows a different main character than the first book. She was still there, but she's not the same character. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but man, I picked this up and I was just like, wow, because first I was like, I'll just read like a chapter. I think I read like 8 chapters because I just kept being like, well, I'll just read one more chapter. I'll just read one more chapter. So I definitely foresee myself finishing this like tomorrow or Monday or something. I really am loving it so far, and Stephanie's writing is just so gorgeous. Like I loved it in the first book, but I feel like it's even better in the second book, and I'm not even that far into it yet, but I'm really excited because things have definitely started to get interesting and I really love where the story is going. One theme that you'll see is that I'm pretty much only in the mood for like fantasy and fairy tale type things. But there's like a couple of things that don't fit into those categories, but for the most part that is what I am in the mood for. So I'm also currently in the middle of reading Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I think I'm about 11 chapters into this one, so my plan is to finish it up very soon because I, again, am also really enjoying this story so far, and I love the fairy tale aspect. I think it's so well written and it's just so enjoyable. It's definitely more of like a slower fantasy, but it's one of the ones where you just like savor everything, and I love it. And then once I finish reading Uprooted, I'm going to dive directly into Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I'm so excited about this one. This one was inspired by Rumpelstiltskin, and it takes place within the same world as Uprooted, but it follows different characters and it's a different story. So I felt like it would be good to go into it once I just finished Uprooted, and that way I'll have everything like fresh in my mind so I can pick out the little Easter eggs. Then I am planning on reading A Reaper in the Gates by Saba Tahir. This is the third book in the An Ember in the Ashes series, and I love those first 2 books so much, and Saba actually did some recaps on YouTube where she talked about everyone's stories thus far. She made like a video for each character, so I'm gonna binge those and then I'm gonna jump right into this third book. My friend Cassie already started reading it and she's really enjoying it so far, and I just know that I'm gonna love it, and I can't wait to find out what's gonna happen next to these characters that I love so much. Then the other kind of mood that I've been in is for anything scary. So the next thing that I'm gonna read is Scream All Night by Derek Millman. This is a new book that is coming out at the end of July, so I want to read it before its release date. It follows a guy whose dad used to make B horror movies. Now that I'm like talking about it, I can't remember if I included it in my June TBR or not, but either way I didn't get to it and I'm going to get to it this month. I did read a couple of those books, but a lot of those are also like on my TBR for July. I'm just not going to hold them up again, but this one specifically I had in my pile because I know that I'm going to get to it like very soon. It takes place in a castle and it just sounds like it's going to be so cool. I've heard really great early reviews for it and I'm really excited, and like I said, I've just been so in the mood for like horror and ghosts and anything like creepy and scary and horrific. I'm ready for Halloween. And then lastly, I want to completely catch up on the Dream and Sun manga series. So I've already read the first 3 volumes. So I have volume 4, volume 5, and volume 6, and these are written by the same creator who wrote Orange, but this is totally different. This is like a much happier kind of story. It's more upbeat. It's so cute. There's a little cute dog that's in every volume, and you have to like count how many times you spot him, and at the end it tells you how many times he was in there, so then you can see like if you were correct or not, and I enjoy playing that game. And then there's also a guy that loves pandas, so there's lots of like really cute little pandas in it, and I just really love this manga. It makes me so happy. Like, the characters are just so cute, and I am really hoping that one of my ships will sail, starting with the 4th volume. So that is everything that I'm going to like officially include in my TBR for this month. I know that there are more books, like I said, especially from last month that I didn't get to, that I want to get to in this month, particularly Escaping Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. That one is like super up there. But yeah, I know that I'll read more books than this, especially now that I'm getting back into like the swing of things and I'm finally getting a handle on like my morning routine and stuff. Very, very excited for reading in July. It's a good month to do it. It's my birthday month. That is all that I have for this video. Let me know what you're planning on reading in July, and I will see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!